Good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. It is Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024. My name is Matt, and this is your daily crypto news. I hope everybody had a happy New Year. And if you want to get a hold of me, you can email me at matt@dailycryptonews.net. And if you're watching the markets over the past couple of days, you're probably just like me. What the hell is going on? This is the month that we're going to get approval or denial. We've never had this before. We never had the biggest asset manager, a $10 trillion asset manager, BlackRock, come out and try to work with the SEC to get a spot Bitcoin ETF. This hasn't happened before. And so everybody is very bullish about this. And they're so bullish, and so are other asset managers, that they're applying for their own Bitcoin spot ETF. So this is the month that either all of them get approved or they get denied. The idea is that the SEC, if they do approve something, that it's going to be all of them. So there's no unfair advantages. Yet they still can deny a Bitcoin spot ETF. Some of these companies still could be denied because they're not meeting the requirements of the SEC. But we're going to have to wait and see. A couple things that are on my radar is December 29th, last year, my birthday, by the way. Thank you for all the people that wrote me emails and said happy birthday. I appreciate you. But that was a sell day. And here's the thing, is at the end of the year, people are trying to sell their stocks, take some losses, harvest their losses, so they can write them off on taxes in this year, 2024. See, if your stocks aren't doing so good, or your cryptos, you can sell them and claim up to $3,000 in losses. And if you have more losses than that, you can roll those over year. And so people want to make sure that they sell. They know that this stock isn't doing good. Maybe they're going to hodl, but you know what? Might as well just sell a little bit of it. I got some losses. I did the same. I sold some stocks, and I'm going to write that off on my taxes in 2024. However, today, everybody woke up and the market is down. And you're probably wondering, why the hell is the market down? Especially Bitcoin adjacent companies. Besides MicroStrategy, we'll get into that in a minute. But some of these people wanted to take profits. They wanted to bank that money, bank those gains. And, well, they didn't want to do that at the end of the year, so they had to turn right around and wake up and figure out how much money they had to pay in taxes, capital gains, or income. And so they waited. January 2nd, people woke up, stock market is roaring, and they want to take those profits. And so they woke up this morning and sold. That gives them a whole year plus some months to figure out what they're going to have to pay. And so that goes into their bank, and they can do whatever they want with it. Vacations, a new sofa, whatever. I don't know. Depending on your gains. Maybe you're buying a new Lambo. But see, that's the rub. What is going to happen over the next couple days? Woke up this morning, MicroStrategy is up almost 13% or $80, trading over $700 a share. Bitcoin adjacent. Everybody's clamoring. Is this a buy the rumor, sell the news, or buy the rumor, buy the news event of a Bitcoin ETF? Remember, if we get denied for a Bitcoin ETF, markets go down big. If we get approved, we don't know. It's kind of uncharted territory. Yet we wake up this morning and Coinbase, even though it's trading up before the market opened, is down around 6% today. Bitcoin opened lower, even though it rallied bigly yesterday. Bitcoin's price went over $45,000 up to around $45,800, causing around $73 million in short liquidations last night. That was the highest price Bitcoin has been since April of 2022. And not Jerome Powell, he tweeted and said if Bitcoin breaks 45,000, we're going to 1,069,420. See the chart below. A little funny. If you're on YouTube, you can see what I'm talking about. And Jim Cramer, he's also on board. He said that you can't kill Bitcoin. It's here to stay, which I think is partially responsible to some of the Bitcoin sell-offs. But will Coinbase rebound? I mean, Coinbase is the custodian of the lion's share of ETF applicants. From Grayscale to ARK to BlackRock to Bitwise to WisdomTree to Invesco, all of them are using Coinbase. And so it doesn't make sense that Coinbase will go down. And if it does, why? So basically, I'm waking up this morning and just asking myself, what does 2024 hold for us? What is going to happen? How are we going to be feeling next week, next month, at the end of the year? We already know politically it's going to be a dumpster fire. We don't know what it's going to look like for the crypto markets or the stock markets, the economy, the global politics, the violence and crime in the United States to wars around the world. We have to take all that into account when we are planning our 2024, planning our futures. But while we're sitting here and waking up this morning planning our futures, we should look back at 2023 and take a look and remember some of the biggest news that came out of 2023. Watcher Guru did us a big favor and wrote them up for us. A 2023 recap. In 2023, a United States judge ruled XRP is not a security. As we know, BlackRock, the $10 trillion asset manager, filed for a spot Bitcoin ETF. BlackRock CEO then said that digital gold and Bitcoin is an international asset. Sam Bankman-Fried was found guilty on all charges, while Elon Musk told his advertisers who were trying to blackmail him on X to go fuck yourself. Russia decided to start using Chinese yuan instead of US dollars to settle trade with Asia, Africa, and Latin America. And the Fed Chair Jerome Powell says that crypto appears to have a staying power as an asset class. CZ stepped down as the CEO of Binance, and Coinbase relisted XRP after the ruling that it isn't a security. The Chinese yuan overtakes the dollar as the most used currency in China's cross-border transactions for the first time in history, and Saudi Arabia enters a trade alliance with China, Russia, India, Pakistan, and 4 Central Asian nations to step further away from the reliance on the US dollar. Argentina has a new president, Javier Milei, and he plans to replace the peso with the US dollar and shut down the central bank. There was a Turkish crypto exchange CEO sentenced to 11,196 years in prison for stealing $2 billion in customer funds, which makes us all wonder how much SBF is going to get. And the SEC dropped lawsuits against XRP executives. And while the SEC is dropping lawsuits against the XRP executives, crypto asset manager Grayscale won a lawsuit against the SEC. Oh, and we can't forget Coinbase suing the SEC, seeking regulatory clarity for the crypto industry. El Salvador President Nayib Bukele, he signed a bill eliminating all taxes on income, property, and capital gains for technology innovations. The Hong Kong court recognizes cryptocurrencies as property. Chinese property giant Evergrande filed for bankruptcy, and Terra Luna's founder Do Kwon was arrested in Montenegro. Oh, and the United States government arrested SafeMoon founders John Caroni, Kyle Nagy, and Thomas Smith. BlackRock named JP Morgan as an authorized participant for its spot Bitcoin ETF, and the government of the United Kingdom plans to establish a new digital asset legislation and make the country a crypto hub. That was a hell of a lot of things happening in 2023, which is why, looking forward to 2024, anything can happen. But I don't have my crystal ball out. What I can do is take a look at what's happening in those crypto prices right now.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
And the time is 11:23 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Fear greeds at 73. We are greedy. Bitcoin sitting at $44,979, up 5.2% in 24, 6.5 in 7, but down in an hour. Ethereum's at $2,353, up 1.7%. Tether's number 3. Sol is at 108, up about 1%. And BNB is number 5 at 308, down about a little over 1%. Running off the top 10, we have XRP, USDC, Cardano, Avalanche, and Doge. And let's go to the top 20. Number 11, we have Polkadot. 12, we have Tron. Polygon is 13. Chainlink is 14. Toncoin is 15. And we really don't have many big movers here. What I will say, though, is we have SHIB at 16, but ICP, or Internet Computer, is up 41% in 7, and it's in the number 17 spot. Litecoin's in number 18 at 73.17. DAI is 19, and 20 is Bitcoin Cash. The total market cap is up 3.5% at 1.73 trillion, and a Bitcoin dominance of 51.2 and an ETH dominance of 16.4. That was our show today. We'll be back tomorrow. And again, we have no clue what's going to happen. Keep your eyes peeled to the news. The biggest thing that everybody's going to be talking about for the next week or two is going to be what's happening around this spot Bitcoin ETF. Approval, denial. I promise there's going to be news about it. And until tomorrow, happy hodling, everyone.